You have already found a good object, but you don't know where the money should come from. Your bank is probably the first place you will try to get money from. Due to the nature of their activity, banks are often where you can find the most attractive interest rate. On the other hand, getting a good interest rate at the bank is only possible if you fulfill many requirements and if you borrow a big amount of money at once. Banks need to make sure you will pay without problem, so they require a charge on the land and a reliable source of income. If this is too restrictive for you, you should consider some other organisms. The KfW is a public institution that aims at helping investments in some specific domains like building or energy efficiency. Its traditional way to work is by offering loans with very low interest rates or with soft lending standards. A building and loan association is a financial institution that offers saving contracts that are especially designed for people who plan to buy within a few years. These contracts offer the possibility to get a loan with a lower interest rate thanks to your savings. The idea is not bad, but beware that the starting costs of such a contract make the whole thing less attractive. The requirements to fulfill are about the same as for the bank. However, they offer loans with smaller amounts than the banks. In some cases, they may be used to finance as little as a few €1,000. Some insurance companies also offer mortgages. The interest rate they charge is very low, but they may have more restrictive requirements to give you access to a mortgage. For example, they will rather lend you money if your loan-to-value ratio is lower than 50%. Among your family or your friends, there might be people saving money without interests. Why don't you let them take advantage of you taking a loan? If you do so, make sure it will not disturb your relationship. For this reason, you should write a contract to make sure you really agree on everything. Also consider paying them first in order to keep good friends. If you need more friends, many more friends, who agree to give you a loan, maybe a crowdfunding is the right thing for you. There are nowadays many platforms where you can fund from many lenders online. It is quite fast and uncomplicated. The interest rate is in general high, and there are also some fees for the operator of the platform. Rather than considering a huge number of private persons, each one lending little money, maybe you like rather dealing with only one person who can lend you a lot of money at once. These people are generally either rich private persons or managers of a fund. It is quite hard to convince them, and the interest they charge is usually quite high, but if you know the right people, you may find a good deal. Do you know what the seller will do with all of this money? Maybe he does not need everything right now. If so, he may be happy to get a part of it in installments. If you just need a little extra and your boss is okay with it, he may agree to pay you a few months of wage in advance. You can negotiate it, and you can also negotiate the interest rate. He should be happy to use it to make sure you will not leave the company. Some finance professionals have specialized in being the middleman between buyers and lenders. They usually negotiate very good conditions, but they charge fees for their leaving, so the price for you is nearly the same as going directly to the corresponding entity. If they do a good job, you get good interest rates with flexible payments and a little paperwork. Do not feel obliged to deal with only one lender. Compare offers and consider taking money from different sources if you need to. I know it is a lot of work, but it is definitely worth it to compare many offers.
Do you want to buy a flat in Munich? I give you knowledge about ownership in the city, a proven, successful preparation for your own flat. Subscribe and visit flatinmunich.de.